Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a deeply unsettling narrative. It's essentially an impossible nightmare about a weekend getaway that turns into an absolute trap. Picture this. You're driving into the deep woods, pouring rain, completely isolating you from the rest of the world, only to arrive at a house that just feels inherently wrong. Let's get right into it.
We didn't book that house, but somehow it was booked for us. That's the chilling reality our subjects, Ethan and Mia, find themselves stepping into. Before they even realize the gravity of their situation or even notice the trap closing around them, they're already caught in a space that has been waiting specifically for them.
So this all kicks off chronologically at exactly 9:12 p.m. Ethan and Mia are out somewhere near Asheville. The rain is just relentless, right? Heavy, making everything feel totally isolated. They're crawling down this unfamiliar gravel road, and suddenly Ethan realizes his app is completely dead. 0 signal bars. The booking details have just vanished from his phone without a single trace. They are completely off the grid.
When they finally pull up to the property, it's just standing there, entirely alone. And the silence outside isn't just your standard quiet, it's suffocating. Every crunch of gravel under their shoes sounds way too loud. But the absolute weirdest part? The front door. Usually you'd expect a lockbox or a keypad, right? Nothing. Ethan just pushes the door and it creaks open, completely unlocked.
They step inside at 10:03 p.m. The house is perfectly lit, warm, and honestly entirely too clean, like zero dust anywhere. The air smells sterile, almost clinical, as if the whole place had just been sanitized mere seconds before they walked in, to wipe away any trace of human existence. But the true horror really sets in when they look at the wall and notice the very first impossible detail.
Because instead of some generic, welcoming landscape painting, there is a freshly framed picture on the wall. It's a photo of Ethan and Mia. Same clothes, same exhausted expressions, standing in the exact same rain outside, taken just moments ago. That's when the chilling realization hits them. The house was expecting them. Someone, or something, is already inside and it's watching them.
Fast forward to 10:11 p.m., and that suffocating silence breaks. Coming from upstairs, there's the distinct sound of running water. Slow, steady, and just totally unnatural. Ethan calls out, but gets absolutely no answer. And then, the water just stops. Not gradually, like someone turning a squeaky handle, but an instant cut, which is honestly so much worse. Ethan realizes he has to check it out, so he slowly climbs those hollow, groaning stairs into the dim, flickering hallway above.
What he finds up there completely defies reality. The bathroom floor is soaking wet, with these deep, barefoot footprints leading right out the door. Yet the mirror is bone dry. No steam, no condensation. Absolutely no actual human was just taking a hot shower in there. Plus, those footprints are unnervingly deep, meaning whoever or whatever made them is significantly heavier than a normal person, and they lead straight toward the master bedroom.
Ethan pushes open the slightly ajar bedroom door. There's a phone just sitting on a chair. Suddenly, without him even touching it, the screen lights up with the notification, "Welcome back." Then the photo gallery opens all by itself, flicking through hundreds of pictures of different people right there at the house, finally stopping on a photo of Ethan and Mia from downstairs taken mere seconds ago. And then, right in front of him, the chair shifts slightly, just like someone had just stood up from it. Suddenly, the air grows incredibly heavy, and a voice whispers right behind Ethan's ear. "You didn't read the rules." The phone screen flips to a notes app displaying these absolute nightmare survival instructions. 1. Do not use the upstairs bathroom after 10 p.m. 2. Do not respond if you hear your name called at night. 3. Keep the front door locked at all times. 4. If you see someone who looks like you, leave immediately. 5. Do not check out before sunrise. And terrifyingly, Rule 6. If Rule 4 happens, it's already too late. It's now 10:19 p.m., and total panic sets in. Ethan and Mia sprint downstairs to get the hell out of there. Ethan grabs the front door handle, but it completely refuses to budge. Suddenly, the lock clicks and turns from the inside, all by itself. They're trapped. And from the stairs they just ran down, slow, heavy footsteps begin descending, just one step at a time. A voice calls out, "Ethan!" It sounds exactly like Mia, but Mia is standing right next to him.
Ethan turns around, and the sheer terror of what he sees is unimaginable. Standing at the bottom of the stairs is a perfect copy of Mia. Same face, same clothes, but her eyes are glassy and completely devoid of any human warmth. Rule 4 is officially broken, and right behind her, another shadow moves, and a perfect copy of Ethan steps out into the light.
By 10:26 p.m., the nightmare is on fast forward. The house begins aggressively locking down, literally adding extra bolts and chains to the front door on its own. The copies start speaking, their voices literally overlapping as they perfectly synchronize their movements. They are actively studying Ethan and Mia, learning their exact mannerisms in real time. Or, as they put it, we're not copying, we're replacing.
Imagine being in Ethan's shoes right here, desperately forced to find the flaw in these copies while your own mind is lagging and the room feels like it's running out of oxygen. The real Mia is terrified, her chest heaving, answering his frantic questions instantly. But the copy across the room, it's just too still. It has these dead, glassy eyes and delayed micro-expressions. But the truly terrifying part is that the copies are actively getting better, continuously rewriting their own code to match them perfectly.
Then, the front door suddenly clicks unlocked. In perfect unison, the copies step aside, clearing a direct path to the exit. From the walls themselves, the house issues a chilling ultimatum. One can leave. Ethan is instantly forced into an impossible, agonizing decision. If he chooses wrong, the real Mia stays behind. If he hesitates for even a second, they both stay.
He closes his eyes, trying to just feel who is real. He grabs a hand, doesn't look back, and runs for the door. But here's the question. Did Ethan grab the hand of the real Mia or the replacement? Take a second and really think about the agonizing weight of that blind choice as they bolt out into the pitch-black woods.
It's 10:34 p.m. They are frantically sprinting into the trees, branches snapping, hearts pounding out of their chests. But the footsteps behind them abruptly stop. Ethan turns around. The house is visible through the trees and it feels aware, like it literally has eyes. A voice echoing from the air tells them, "You can leave. One of you already did."
By running out into the dark woods before dawn, they just broke rule number 5. Do not check out before sunrise. The house isn't finished with them yet. By violating this specific rule, the property triggers a final devastating test right there in the middle of the forest.
Ethan asks the Mia next to him a highly specific question. She smiles, but the smile is just a fraction too slow. He sees the micro-expressions lagging. She's literally processing how to be her. And then, faint but familiar, he hears the real Mia screaming his name from back inside the house. The realization hits him like a freight train. The Mia he saved is the processing copy. He sprints back into the house, finds the real, terrified Mia tied to a chair upstairs, cuts her loose, and they make one final, desperate run for the car.
They make it to the car. The engine starts instantly. They drive off, completely refusing to look in the rearview mirror. At 5:59 a.m., the sun finally rises. The road turns familiar, the cell signal bars return to the phone. Absolute relief washes over them as everything finally, miraculously seems normal. They have seemingly escaped the nightmare.
But then comes the devastating twist. Ethan glances over at Mia in the passenger seat. She turns to him slowly, giving a smile that is just far too perfect. In a flat, completely emotionless voice, she says, "We checked out on time." They didn't escape Rule 5 after all. That copy he left out there in the woods, it had plenty of time to learn everything. Just as that sick realization sets in, Ethan's phone suddenly buzzes with full signal. An unknown notification pops up on the screen reading, "Thank you for your stay," dragging the dread out to its absolute peak.
He opens the notification and a photo loads. The image is taken from inside their own car, from the back seat. It shows Ethan driving, the copy of Mia in the passenger seat, and Ethan's own smiling doppelganger sitting right behind him in the dark. The sickening reality here is that the house didn't actually let them go. It just sent the replacements out into the real world.
Some stays don't end when you leave. They just change locations. This explainer really unpacks a deeply terrifying concept about identity. If a place can perfectly replicate your memories, your voice, and your deepest fears, are you absolutely sure you're the one who came back? Thank you for exploring this structured nightmare with me. Keep this in mind the next time you book a trip. Double check your locks and always, always read the rules.